I intend to keep this short, but my husband was already laughing at me because I said
She
I was
said
gonna
five
5
minutes. She
minutes.
said,
You're
start
running
the clock.
you're running into my 5 minutes.
I'll give you 5:20.
Okay, so I do intend to keep this short. It's been one of those days, actually. And so I wanted to share something with you. I did a quick video regarding influencers, Christian influencers. I named it Yo, Jesus is Money, right? And as it always happens, it shows up in you see one video, watch one video, and then your feed is just flooded with things from this, and it just from that one uh influencer, okay? And it's like, how does a Christian girl have breakfast? How does a Christian girl do 90 days reset? How do you learn how to hear the voice of God? And things like that. And I just like, it's she's selling an image, okay? And Jesus is something that she puts on in order to sell you stuff, okay? But that's not what I'm here for. So a long time ago, before I even started reading the Bible, I was looking at this. I like pretty things, flowers and colors and all this stuff, right? I'm a girl, I like this stuff. And so the devotionals that they have out there are designed to draw your eye to it, right? You're a woman, and they have pretty flowers, pretty colors, and things like that. And so I was drawn to them, and I'm like, what is all of this about? So I picked up, not knowing anything any better, and don't you do this? I picked up Jesus is Calling. Oh Lord, that's a waste of money. I wish somebody would give me back, but that's okay. It's some crazy lady, sorry, some lady that thought she was hearing God talk to her, and she was dictating whatever God told her or Jesus told her. I don't know. Anyways, I realized, I opened the book, and in one of the first pages, she said, um, her comment was, I wake up and I want people to know that I'm a child of God. And then she proceeded to talk about makeup and things like that and all of that, just like that influencer. And I'm like, that's not for me. What do you mean by that? I don't understand that. It's been over 5 years now that I've been working with God in one way, in one fashion and another. I mean, God always has walked with me, but now haven't always walked with God, if that makes any sense, right? So, uh, so I thought, what does that mean? I don't understand. So I studied the Bible, and and I'm starting to get it after all these years. 5 years later, today was one of those days where we had one of our kids was is not doing had minor health issue, nothing big, but it requires antibiotics. And so we went to the doctor first thing in the morning, and it was urgent care, and they didn't take out insurance, but she's been hurting all weekend, so we wanted to make sure we took care of it, so we get the medication, and we get seen by the doctor, we get the antibiotics sent to the one pharmacy we always use. Turns out that pharmacy that it would be 3 days and it would be $300. And they said, well, but you can go try to this other pharmacy, and they also said 3 days, $300. uh Finally we figured out the pharmacist there was so kind, okay? He's like, okay, well, we don't have that one because it's really expensive, you're gonna have to wait 3 days anyway. So but we asked, well, what else can we do? Can the doctor give her another prescription that's the same? And sure enough, went back to the doctor to get the prescription changed out to the other prescription. Then we went back to the pharmacy, then went, and it was one of those days, friends. And it was yesterday, when before I went to bed, I realized I need to go to the store too, and we need to take our kid to the doctor, we need to take all of this and do all these things, right? And in my mind, you know how your mind starts doing this thing. I mean, I did something silly. I threw oil in the garbage, and I'm afraid that my kid's gonna trip and fall and all of that. Finally, last night I went to sleep and I said, okay, it's, whatever. I'll take, everything will work itself out in the morning. I will get done as much as I can possibly get done. But priorities are priorities. Your kid has to go to the doctor, so that's top priority, right? This is how you walk with God. This is how you put into action the things that you learn through studying your scriptures. Okay, it was a stressful run around day that in other times would have made me highly irritable, and I would have been irritated to not just the person that's trying to help me because they're not helping me fast enough and in the way that I want it done. I would have been irritated with my spouse, with my child, with the world, with the people at work, with everybody else, and I would have been really, really irritated. I consciously was trying to remember in my brain, uh what would Jesus do? Literally, I was like, okay, would Jesus be irritated? No. He would be calm and would do all this. And then the one thing that was really helpful is, and it has been helpful in the past and it's still helpful today, and it was very helpful today, is gratitude. Gratitude that I didn't have to walk there. Gratitude that I have my husband with me to walk with me and walk these trials with me, so to speak. It's not a big trial, guys, mind you. We had a solution regardless. The $300, have we had to pay? We could have paid it. There has been time in our life that would have been absolutely no. And so, I have someone to walk this day with me, and our kids are older, so they don't need as much attention, so we could walk out to do the medication without having to strap a baby into the back seat and things like that. I didn't have a screaming child. I mean, throughout the day I was trying to remember to be grateful for the things, even the trials, like saying, okay, well, this is something, but it's not a terrible thing. And I'm grateful that I don't, like I said, I don't have to walk this alone, that I don't have to walk there, that we have the money if we need it, that there's food on our table, that the weather was nice because it could have been 110 degrees like it tends to be here in East Texas. I was trying to remembering that. And sometimes I saw this one YouTube short one time and say, how would, if you beg God for patience to teach you how to be patient, he's not just going to automatically give you patience. He's going to give you the things that will cause you to be patient, learn how to be patient. And so that was our day. And what I was trying to communicate is, the life of a Christian is not a perfectly choreographed uh life. Okay, it's not this perfect little world where you wake up at a certain hour, you it's very aesthetically pleasing and all of that. Being a Christian, especially a Christian parent, is being on the trenches. Okay, it is messy. It is one day everything seems to be going perfectly perfect, the next day your whole day is hijacked by this and that and an earache. uh but the one thing that doesn't change throughout that day is how you respond to that is what makes you different, is what makes you either a follower and obedient of Jesus Christ, or it makes you someone that has all everything in the winds. And so, yeah, we practice gratitude, right? My husband and I, we talked in the car and we're like, okay, remember when we couldn't have, the $300 would have been absolutely no. Remember when sometimes going back and forth to the doctor would have been very hard because we barely had gas in the car. And so we talked, and we practiced gratitude, and that is so very helpful. And I'm not saying that God necessarily rewards you, but our gratitude and patience was rewarded with kindness from other people towards us. That was just very, very touching today. Anyways, look, I guess what I'm trying to tell you is life is not going to be perfectly beautiful, choreographed, catered for you to look gorgeous every single moment of your day. Christians sometimes run around in sweatshirts and sweatpants and milk stains on their shirts, and sometimes the kids barfed all over you. And it's not so much that you're gonna look good, but that you're gonna do this uh, always with gratitude in your heart, even and especially during the hard days and the hard times of the day. Anyway, that's all I have for you guys today. I don't want to leave you without a video, but I wanted to share our day a little bit, and you know how we grow as we go along. I mean, I feel like even at 50 something and 60 something, we still have some growing to do. And it's kind of nice to have, the looking back and thinking, oh, we've grown from that a lot, and realizing that we still have some working growing up to do, but we try to do everything according to Christ, and that he sees us, and just practice gratitude even in the toughest of times. At any rate, God bless. I hope you have a beautiful day, and don't be hard on yourself thinking that you have to look beautiful doing the Christian life. You never do. Right, Dad?
That's correct. Unless you like me, I look beautiful all the time. Hey, look at there.
You're lucky. You're very handsome all the time. Look at this.
Oh, goat.
Oh, good. Anyways, God bless you guys. See, it was only 5 minutes. Shh.
That's not 5 minutes.
Bye bye.